Okay, hello again. I thought I'd just do another video on another sauropod. I thought, well, we were talking about the halongood and how good they are. There is another sauropod from another company, which I think would easily rival the halongood ones. It's Rebor. I don't know how many of you are aware of Rebor. They used to make quite a lot of dinosaurs once upon a time. Don't think they seem to make too much nowadays. I think they had a lot of issues. When they first started a few years back, I did buy a few of theirs, but I did sell them off because they were often inaccurate, had trouble standing, they had quite a few issues. And they also promised to produce things that they never produced. So, you know, they would advertise on Facebook and they'd put up a picture of a dinosaur or that you thought was coming, and it never actually materialised. So they weren't the greatest company to, and I don't know what I think they are still trying to produce things, but I don't think they quite got the grasp of the business, to be honest. But they did produce a diplodocus, this beautiful diplodocus here, and they got this spot on. There's the head and the neck, and a really nice green colour, and the paintwork was absolutely excellent on it. Now, the thing about this, you can see how long the tail is. It's absolutely, if I just give you, it's almost the length of this table. If I, there you go. As you can see there, it's basically the length of this table, which is, I don't know, it's got to be about 2.5, nearly 3 foot, something like that. They did do a really good job though here. The detail and that head, I mean, it's really good. The scale, the detail, there's the mouth. They did 2 versions of this. One with actually they did 3. They did a version with the mouth open and one with the mouth closed. Or I can't remember now. Do you know? I'm not even sure if I've still got the box of this. I probably have somewhere. Now I can't remember whether they included both heads in the box so you could choose, or whether they were different versions. If anybody can remember, because it's been a long time. This I've had for such a long time, I'd forgotten I had it. But no, that's a lie. No, didn't forget. I just didn't. It'd been put on the shelf, and that's where it's been. And I hadn't really thought about it that much until the recent halongood sauropods, because sauropods were very difficult to, you could buy smaller scale ones, but nobody's ever really done them. In fact, Rebor were the first to do one in like a 1/35 scale. And there's the feet there and the claw there, and they've done everything so well on this. This, to me, I think Rebor hit the ballpark. And the thing is, it came in 3 parts. You got the tail, the head, and the body. So it was actually quite a small box. Now, here is the seam, but, you can just about see that. And if I press that, it's barely visible. And that was another thing that look, the other side, you can't really see it at all. And even in the neck here, where is it? You can't really see the seam. It's just about there. You really have to look very, very closely in order to see it, and it really doesn't notice at all. And I think Rebor did this absolutely fantastically. I really thought, I remember when I first saw them bringing this out, I thought this is a model I must have. But I was very concerned because of their previous issues that the seams were going to be far too big, and it was going to be so noticeable it was going to ruin the model. But they didn't. They actually got this completely right. And this is another model it's extremely hard to find. And they did another version of it, a plain version. So it was unpainted. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but I did buy them. I have 2 of them upstairs, and at some point in the future, I'm gonna paint one. It's an artist-proof version. I'm not quite sure why they did that, but it does make it is quite unique and unusual. So yeah, I mean, I just thought, being as I've done a couple of videos on sauropods, I thought this one really deserves a mention and a look. And if you can get hold of one of these, and you can get them on AliExpress still, I would highly recommend grabbing one, because it's absolutely superb model. As I say, you can still get them on AliExpress, so go out and get one, because it is really a diplodocus of epic proportions. And it's and Rebor's best model they ever produced. I do hope whatever problems they're going through, that one day they can sort themselves out. I mean, they've been going quite a long time, and I don't seem to really grasp getting things right, unfortunately. It's been a shame, really, because they have produced some very nice models. If you look on eBay, they do some gorillas in different variations of colours, which look really good. I mean, they have produced some really nice models. And when they get it right, they seem to do it, but they don't seem to do that many dinosaurs anymore. But this was, without question, their best model that they've ever produced. So there you go. I just thought I'd mention that one. Being as I've been talking about sauropods, I thought this one was definitely worth a mention. So till the next one.